I'm Alexander Sergiani. It's 2:50 p.m. September 23rd. Here's a theory as well as some analysis of this global terrorist body. So some of this global terrorist body involve financial crimes criminals, betting manipulators, people who use weapons such as satellite weapons and neurophysiological weapons. There's a financial crimes arm, IP theft arm, um, then their gambling arm. Um, then there's people who manufacture weapons and use the weapons. Um, what else do they have? Then they may have corrupt politicians, corrupt law enforcement agents as another appendage who help pull strings for them, get them out of prison, etc. Um, then they have these corrupt investigators who manipulate bets and help um, push their criminal agendas and keep people's records clean. So they got different components of this global terrorist body. Then they've got some scientists involved. Not sure if it's neither an Illuminati or some government who are corrupt or a mix, but if there is the real Illuminati who are on a path to enlightenment, maybe they were infiltrated by these people with a global terrorist agenda, and some of them infiltrated the science groups, some infiltrated the tech groups, some infiltrated other communities within the Illuminati. Not sure, but either way, they've got different groups of people performing different functions. I'm not saying it's everyone. There's just different criminals within this global terrorist organization. It may be one body of clean people with infiltrators, or it may just be a global terrorist organization of criminals all doing different arms, or it's a global terrorist body of criminals who then have infiltrated different communities and are wearing masks within a community about enlightenment and this and that, and then they're trying to work their way into different communities to steal technology, etc., to then bring them to their overall criminal organization. But they have betting manipulators, financial crimes criminals, murderers, terrorists, killers, um, different forms of financing, illegal gambling, IP theft, data theft, economic espionage, these idea rings. They also have hackers. Um, so maybe the criminals infiltrate and they steal from the tech worlds and get technology. They steal from the scientists and get other technology, um, different scientists. Maybe they infiltrate these weapons guys and get other technology. And that's what the criminals are doing. They're infiltrating these communities. And then they're also infiltrating law enforcement and political spheres for hand tying. And then they're getting the hands they tie, they use them as string pullers, as well as to aid them in fulfilling illegal agendas. Maybe they compromise them with blackmail or bribery. There's something of that going on. I haven't put it all together, but it could be these guys have infiltrated some enlightened community, or it's these guys impersonating this enlightened community. And it's a global terrorist body, or it could be this global terrorist criminal body who are separate and then they infiltrated and they're trying to link them. Something of that nature. Not sure. Mm, Still analyzing it. But there's something like that going on. Someone with more background information will be able to put it together. But there's infiltration is a key component of this, and there are different bodies, components of this global terrorist bodies, um, from these implantation terrorists to these satellite terrorists to these mind melders to the guys who operate the implantable devices to the illegal gambling ring runner, the people who run the illegal gambling rings, the people involved, the betters, the betting manipulators, the investigators of these betting rings who are also betting manipulators. So that's a piece of this. And then there's other components of their financing outside of gambling, such as IP theft, data theft, economic espionage. Um, then there's people who manufacture the weapons for these terrorists and distribute them. And then there's people who operate those. So those are different components. I'm still analyzing it all, but if someone has the background, maybe they can put it all together. But those are just some of the components. I may have left some out. I haven't put it all together yet. But either way, it's a global terrorist organization. There's something involving a bunch of people pretending my life was theirs and recruiting people to some war, some community, and then they got caught being frauds. And then them and their community got pulled into something. Then the next fraud came, and then them and their community got pulled in. And maybe they go somewhere to discuss things, and then that's when they get blackmailed and pulled into something. So that's a piece. There's a lot of blackmail and recruitment. So they blackmail and recruit. So look for all the people who are frauds pretending my life was theirs. Maybe they went somewhere, thought they were going to steal money, got caught, blackmail, recruited. them and their community. So there's a lot of blackmailing, and then recruitment is the vibe I'm getting. So that's a piece of this. So I'd explore all of these things, but these are other components of this. Keep going. They're using tech on my brain as well while I'm trying to analyze this. There's some guy who gets mad when I speak from memory for some reason. Maybe he's selling lies or peddling lies, but yeah, there's something illegal going on. They keep trying to sell some lie to people about this tech, and then they use their Elmer Keebler fudge shop jazz to sell their lies to people, so they can steal money and whatever the hell else. But those are some key components of this. I look into it, and maybe some with background information can really organize this global terrorist body, whether it was one community, people on a path to enlightenment, then they got infiltrated, or it was a criminal global terrorist body, and then they've been infiltrating, or it was people on path to enlightenment, then some criminal organization who then infiltrated this global community of people on a path to enlightenment, something of that nature. I'd look into it.